Hello everybody, happy Friday. Hello YouTube family. If you are new to me, it is Kati Jenkins and I am here with my daughter who's almost 2. She's gonna be 2 next month. Today is our 4th episode of Behind the Scenes of Mompreneur. And this is what you guys, this is what it's like. I'm sitting here, it's early, it's not quite 8 yet, drinking my chicory protein coffee I'm obsessed with, and reading my book, The Secret. I only have like a little over 20 pages left, which is really incredible for someone like myself who loathes reading. It's not my favorite, but I've been very intentional so far this year with reading, because knowledge is power, and you just got to do it. And, you know, whatever it is that your thing, audio, podcast, whatever, an actual book, just do something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We do have a busy morning. We have grocery pickup this morning. It's actually ready now, but I let my son sleep in. It's the beauty of homeschool life. We do not have to rush in the mornings, and I don't even try. We don't start our day until he wakes up. I know sleep is such an important part of our life that is so overlooked. Everyone's always, go, busy lifestyles, and I'm not for it. So he gets to sleep and, get his rest and stay healthy. And yeah, so once he's awake, we will get our groceries. I promised him he could have Chick-fil-A breakfast this morning since I knew we were getting groceries. And we've got another school day ahead of us, so stay tuned. What's up, guys? We are back from running our errands this morning. Django's set up with school. I'm sure Coco will be in here like any minute when she hears my voice. I wanted to sit down and put on some of my makeup. I do actually have an eyeshadow look I'm doing specifically for Facebook today. So make sure you're following me over there so you can see everything else that I'm doing, stay a little more up to date, a little more current with things, And then I went to my vanity and I was like, oh, well, let me try to wash my beauty blender first. You guys, this is what my 2-year-old does. So we're going to try to wash it. I'm going to pause this real quick, get this nice and wet, and then I'm going to show you how I wash it and see if we can get this pin. Okay, I've got you set far enough back that I think I can do this without getting my phone wet. This is the tea tree soap from Pharmacy that I'm using. My beauty blender, let me get it a little more wet. It's nice and wet. I'm going to wash my bar of soap. This soap bar is still huge, and I've had it for a year. And it's $5. So this stuff is really, really incredible. It helps get bacteria out of your makeup brushes. The tea tree line is really good if anyone has oily or acne prone skin, but I love this bar soap for washing my brushes, but I've never tried to get pin out of it. I do need to just order I'm due for placing an order this month. I need a refill on my skincare. There's a couple new makeup items I want. And obviously I'll get a new beauty blender because Coco has truly left her mark. So this is all that I do. You can probably see, I'm not sure. Yeah, you can see at least all the foundation dripping off of there. It's pretty lovely. It's not too dirty because it hasn't been too long since I've washed this. But the pin mark so far is not budging at all. And I go back and forth between using my beauty blender or my kabuki brush. I love both of them, but lately I've just been on a kick with my beauty blender, and that's what I'm really wanting to use. Squeeze it out. You can see more foundation soaking out. It's pretty simple to wash your brushes and your beauty blenders. Just squeeze it out again. It's running clear now. So I'm going to do it again just to safe measuring. Rinse my soap out, set it down. I just keep my soap in my drawer. I don't keep it out or anything. So that's all that I use it for. But it's so important to wash your brushes regularly, because if you're not washing them, especially like the actual makeup brushes, beauty blenders need to be washed as well, because you can see, it might be a little hard to tell on this one because it's so wet, but this part's a little darker than normal. just because I've used it for so long. But when you think about your makeup brushes and not washing them, you might notice your foundation not going on as smooth. Your eyeshadows just might not be blending the way that they normally do for you. You might be experiencing different breakouts that you're not used to experiencing. And that is because when you use your makeup brush, you're getting bacteria in them, especially when they just sit around. You're getting bacteria in them. You're getting dead skin cells in them because your makeup or your skin is constantly exfoliating. It's pretty gross when you think about not washing your makeup brushes. So this is pretty much the way that I want it. I'm going to wring it out a little bit with my towel and then go do my makeup. Okay, and we're back. I'm going to curl my hair or do something a little different with it before I go live on my Facebook in a little bit, but I wanted to at least hop on here, put on my base face, and all my stuff is in different different spots and I'm not quite used to it yet. So I'm going to do some primer. This is a gel-based primer. It is clear. I forgot to open up my new bottle, but I'm like, you know, I will use it to the last drop. So there is the consistency. It doesn't take too much. And I always have to say, this is the first primer I've used that actually covers up my pores, especially through here. This has always been my problem area. It makes such a big difference. Like, before I switched to pharmacy, I was just in this phase where it's like, I don't even want to wear foundation anymore because I was just noticing this area so much. And I was so consistent with my skincare for 3 years. Like, it was an issue for me. I just wasn't happy with it anymore. Okay, so we are going to do a few different things. First, we're going to do foundation. All right. This is the VFX Pro foundation. It is camera ready filter. Yes, it's amazing. I'm going to do half my face for you just so you can see how incredible. Let's try to get a little line going. So you can see for yourself how incredible this stuff is. But this is the new formula of the VFX. It is oil-free, it is vegan. It offers like a really velvety matte finish. Love it. Look at that coverage. This is my winter shade, which actually, I don't know, I might go down as the winter months, as I lose more and more of my tan from the summer. I might go down another shade, but I'll just see how this one does. But for now, this is my winter shade. It's shade 6. And before we got our new formula, I was shade number 1. So they've changed. There's 17 new shades now. So the formula is different. The shade numbers are different. So please, even if you wore the old formula and you want to reorder, like, please get with me first so I can color match you properly. But look at that. And that is so pretty. Boom, boom. I love, love, love this stuff for obviously good reason. And then go back in. So with my beauty blender, I really just like to dab it. I love having it damp because having a damp beauty blender will provide a more sheer coverage. But I love all the coverage that you get from this foundation where it's still lightweight. I cannot wear heavy stuff. It's just not my cup of tea. All right. I think that's good. Guys, I'll have to let me know what you think of my new backdrop. I love it so much. I'm so excited to finally have my own space set up back here. My hair is driving me crazy. I need to do something with it. I always pull down my neck just because I never want harsh, crazy lines. All right, we'll put that little guy back. Concealer, let's go. So I'm going to use shade number 1 of the VFX Camera Ready Concealer. This is an anti-aging concealer because it has an ingredient. It's actually an Indian seed plant extract that is going to plump up your skin. So if you have trouble with that, you definitely want this concealer. And something new to this concealer line is a new shade. So it's even lighter. This was the lightest shade. And if you're like, you know what, my skin is a little more porcelain, but I still want to be able to highlight or feel like I'm highlighting, you want this shade. You want this shade, right? Or the newest shade. So this is number 1. You want shade 0 in the VFX liquid concealer. And then I just use the other end of my beauty blender, dab it out very lightly, especially around your eye area. Okay. Just like that. And then if you're like, you know what, I want to be a little bit lighter, then go in and get a little bit lighter. Because sometimes it's fun just to feel a little extra, right? Even if you're a stay-at-home mom, even if you're working from home, I've done both. My stay-at-home career, or being at home career, started while I was still in the corporate world. I worked from home full-time. I worked from home between 40 and 60 hours a week. I was literally always home working, and now I don't do the corporate world anymore. I'm just home. Pharmacy has made it possible for me to be doing just this, which is really, really amazing. I love this opportunity so much. Okay, now I'm going in with a contour stick. I want to show you how incredibly easy this is. So many people are intimidated with contouring, and I get it. I've been there too, but I just have to show you how incredibly easy this is. Okay, I know it looks silly at first, right? Everything looks silly before you're finished. And then you can either use your beauty blender, or you can go in. I really like to use my kabuki brush for this. And the thing with our contour stick is it's very creamy. It has like a creamy powdery finish. And we're just going to very gently blend it up. And the thing with this is you can blend a lot to where you have just more of a subtle look, or you can blend a little for more of a definite or defined line. Definite. This is behind the scenes for me, you guys. Bloopers and all. I'm not going to edit anything out. This is your girl. I'll just do one side first so you can see. I love contouring. I love adding bronzer because it truly warms up your face. And if you followed me, oh my gosh, if you have followed me from the very beginning, you know that I was brand new to makeup. Because I used to only wear foundation, eyeliner, mascara, and maybe 2 eyeshadows. But if I wore more than one, they both went right on top of the other because I had no idea what to do. It's all that I ever wore. And then once I got in the beauty industry, you know, we obviously, at least with pharmacy, we have way more than just makeup, like so much more. But makeup is a very big focus. At least for me, my network, the women in my network love makeup, and I love it because when you look good, you feel good, and we all deserve to feel good. Okay, again, back to being a stay-at-home mom, back to working at home, hopping on Zoom. Like, I don't care what you're doing. Sometimes throwing on a full face of makeup or just a few things of makeup, like, just make you feel amazing. And I needed to learn how to do the things because I'm like, okay, well, yeah, great. Now I've got products to sell people, but I have no idea what to do with them. And if I don't have anything to do with them, I can't expect my network to know what to do with them, right? So I taught myself. I followed leaders who already knew how to do their makeup. I went on YouTube, hello, right where we are. And I would type in the search bar, contour and highlight for beginners until I found one that I felt comfortable replicating and went from there. It's really not as scary as what we make it out to be. So you can see how much, like how pretty that looks. I love it. I might have went a little heavy right there, but we can blend it out. And then I like to just go over this lightly. I mean, you could obviously blend it out a lot quicker and easier if you're just a harder hand and pulling it up, but I like to kind of be easy with it just so I can really tell, like, okay, where do I want it to stop? Hi, baby. You poop. Mom life, right, guys? That's what this is, behind the scenes of a mompreneur. Here we go. Base face for your game face. Time to change the babies. Those are mommies. Hi. And then always make sure if you're going to contour down here, you make sure you blend it out. Yes, baby? Oh, yeah, you can have that paper. Do you want a pen? There you go. Let me see. Oh, yep. Now I've got to hop over here and go change. And then I'll be back to add just a few more things. Okay, I'm back. So now what I'm going to do is add a little bit of blush, okay? So I've been, the compact that I've been using lately is the 3-in-1 face palette. It's so pretty. You get a bronzer, a blush, and a super pretty highlight. But my eyeshadow look today is going to be a pop of color. So this brightens me up almost too much for what I'm going for my eyes. Yes, baby. So this is the palette I'm going to use. Go get your milk, okay? This is a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight. So what I'm going to do is, let me see what other brush I've got. Hi, baby. You want your pen back? Let me see a brush that I haven't used yet. Hold on, baby girl. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna add a little bit more bronzer too, just because I love this bronzer. This is probably my favorite face palette, just because, oh, that's pretty. So if you're using a contour stick and you're like, you know what, it's date night or it's girls night, I've got something really special going on and I wanna be a little extra, add bronzer over top of your contour stick and look at that. It makes such a big difference. I need that. Stop, sissy. Such a big difference. We're getting ready to go down for nap time. Yes, baby girl. Oh, that was a lot. Hi, baby girl. Can you tell she finally is comfortable saying mommy? She's gonna be 2 next month. I cannot believe it. Blend that one out a little bit more. Yes, baby girl. And then if you ever get too much, you can just dab over the area with your foundation, just to kind of help you, you know, tone it down. And then a little bit down my neck. And then what I'm gonna do, I just wanted a more subtle blush for today. I just want to make sure all of this is nice and blended a little more smoothly. Okay, and then this is this is actually a powder brush. So if you were actually using a translucent powder or a face powder, an all over face powder, this is a brush that you would want to use. And this came in the entire pharmacy brush collection. It's a new collection. The bag is not available with it. That was part of a holiday deal. But all of the brushes are absolutely amazing. This is just an old angled blush brush that I'm getting ready to use. And I'm going to go in with this peach blush. I'm gonna put some. This blush is perfect if you are newer to wearing color, you know, wearing some blush on your face. It's really pretty and subtle. If you have a teenager or a young girl who is wanting to start playing with makeup, this is a perfect palette because it's so subtle that it's not gonna be too much for her, you know? Yes, baby girl. Hello. That's all she say, and the whole way in the car this morning. All of our stops we make. Mommy? Mommy? Okay. Isn't that pretty, you guys? I love it. This palette is so pretty, and I have got several different videos, tutorials where I use either this palette or the 3-in-1 palette, and I do a full face. So I'll do my eyes and my face with it just to get more bang for your buck. So it's always a great option, especially if you're just in a hurry. Okay, so before we end the day, we have to take off our makeup because, as we know, sleeping in our makeup can age us up to 7 times faster. So it's very healthy and a good habit to take off your makeup before bed. I'm just gonna clip my hair back, and what I like to do before I actually cleanse my face is I have a wet washcloth and a bi-faced makeup remover. This is really good for sensitive eyes, sensitive lips, waterproof makeup, and it's great for all skin types. So I just squirt some on there, and I'm just gonna do half my face on here just for you to see. I just hold it over my eyes for just a few seconds. And that is it. I had some more team check-ins to do. This evening we started watching the new Ghostbuster movie, which is kind of cute so far, but we paused it. We were all so tired. The lash primer that I was using earlier, which I used while I was on my live video for Facebook, that's where I did my eyes. That I believe is, I don't know if it's actually waterproof primer, but it, like whatever mascara I use with it, like it works really, really well. So, half my face. Okay, and then what I do after I use my bi-face makeup remover is I use a Miracle Cleansing Sponge. So it looks really big because it's wet, but this keeps my skin super smooth. It exfoliates it. It's a gentle yet really effective exfoliator. So you can use it every day. I use it every day, but if you feel like this area on your face, so go ahead and feel this right now. If it feels rough, you need to exfoliate. Like those are clogged pores. It's just not good for you. You know, why have it if you don't have to? And it's $7 for this really good sponge. And then I use a calendula face cleanser just because it is super healing. It's really moisturizing, especially for wintertime, and it's really my favorite cleanser. I'm gonna go in with a proprietary blend of retinol and vitamin C now. So this is a serum, and I rub it everywhere, all over. You can rub it all over, or if you have more targeted area that you would rather concentrate on, you can do that as well. And then I top it off with a night cream. So this is part of the Resurface line as well. And oh, I'm gonna use quite a bit, but I love this stuff. It again has the proprietary blend of retinol and vitamin C. So it's going to fight wrinkles, it's gonna fight fine lines, it's preventative, all of that good stuff. And it also has shea butter in it, so you're getting even more moisture, hydration. And this line, the entire Resurface line, is really, really good for skin elasticity. So you can definitely, you know, rub it on your chest, up your neck. With the night cream that I'm using, it's nice to, you know, kind of like give yourself that moment to just like completely zen out, and because you want to rub it for at least 30 seconds. And it's best to rub it in circular motions going up because of blood flow. That's going to help lift and all of that. So even on your chest, like make sure that you're rubbing on your neck, because obviously all of that is super sensitive area on our torso area, for especially for women. That's never talked about. You know, we always just talk about doing our face, but you definitely, I added so much night cream. It doesn't take that much, but I get carried away sometimes. I just love it. I love when my skin glows when I go to bed at night, and then I love when I wake up and it's still glowing. So that's my goal.